What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Now, as you know, Brian Flores has been going through a lot of speculation ever since he's came forward and pretty much put everybody on blast. And there have been naysayers and uh, other teams that have come out and said that they didn't do this and they didn't do that. The accusations and allegations are false, all this other stuff. Um, but however, that hasn't stopped him from being a finalist uh, and amongst of three finalists for the head coaching job of the Houston Texans. And the question is going to be if the Houston Texans are going to hire him. Uh, and just to let you know, it's Brian Flores, Jonathan Gannon, and Josh McQuown. Um, those guys are the three finalists. You know, but that's the biggest question. That's what everybody you know want to know. Uh, look, if he gets the job, it's going to be a game changer for the NFL. Now, let me say this though: they had already kind of tried to push the narrative, especially on, I think it was on First Take. They had posed a question and they said that would they still would this hinder Flores in his career, being that he's going through what he's going through, and him being able to get that head coaching position. And some people were kind of approaching it like a lot of people are approaching it from a double-edged sword standpoint. If he goes there, it's a game changer in my eyes, and he gets hired because guess what? He's opened the floodgate and he did something, and now he could go ahead and he has to be successful too. You know what I'm saying? He can't just come there because then if he's not successful as a head coach or whatnot, as an African American, well then guess what? Then they're gonna be like, well, see, I told you so. We shouldn't have put that African American um, in that position or whatever. He's no Tony Dungy. He's not this coach. He's not no Mike Tomlin or whatever the case is, right? You know, but if he doesn't get hired or whatever, then it's gonna continue going on, all of this stuff that's going on. But now I feel that it's kind of opened up the floodgates just a little bit, because like I was just talking about with Anthony Lynn, he was able to get an assistant coaching position, and a couple other people have been upgraded or whatever. And then of course Sashi Brown, he's made his move from being the Wizards front office down to the Ravens, and hopefully you're going to see some changes there. And of course, everybody was keying in on Leftwich too, Byron Leftwich. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate that he said he didn't want to work with the uh, guy in the front office over there in Jacksonville. But that's neither here nor there. I'm digressing. You know, the Texans may not take, they may not make it easy. Um, you know, he, Flores has came out and devotes a full section of his lawsuit to the Texans and their treatment of David Cooley. Okay, that's what we have to remember. And the statements are made about the Texans, and they converted from a numbered paragraph of the the former complaint. And I don't need to go into that. but pretty much, and that's what Tony Dungy was alluding to when he was on the Dan Patrick show, when he was talking about the 58 pages that he needed to go ahead and survey. Um, Another thing that I think a lot of people are really paying attention to, and what may happen, and I think that this would be good. Now, it's going to be controversial. It's going to be controversial, but it will be a game changer. If he gets that head coaching position and he bites the bullet and Deshaun Watson gets an opportunity and he starts playing again, not only people there's gonna be a lot of supporters, like the brothers in the LDBC, they gonna support him. It's gonna be some guys, kind of iffy about it and everything because of some of the stuff that happened before all of this. Some guys aren't really too fond of Brian Flores from a whole nother perspective or whatever, but him coming forward or whatever, they salute him, in this aspect or whatever. But if he gives Deshaun Watson an opportunity to go out there, second chance, so to speak, or whatnot, then people are gonna criticize him and they're gonna be like, well, you're a hypocrite and you're hypocritical for what you said about him being a high character in the individual. You understand what I'm saying? Wow, me, I'm like, shh, hey, you gave him an opportunity because I often feel like, the Miami Dolphins, what they did is they sat up there and pretty much coached him on what to say. He probably wanted Deshaun Watson. You know, if I'm Brian Flores, if he really feels a certain type of way about Deshaun Watson in terms of his ability and wanting to get him out, I'm talking to that guy one on one. I'm talking to him one on one. Look, I'm getting Deshaun Watson. I'm like, look, if I get this position or whatever, people text. You know what I'm saying? People, talk in certain spaces. They might have private meetings, whatever the case is. I'm like, look, I get this motherfucking job. You starting. And if they did coach me to say that, look, I'm like, look, them motherfuckers told me to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to keep his job. But now, I'm not gonna put that past the Miami Dolphins. Not gonna put it past them at all. And none of these motherfucking organizations. None of them. It will be a game changer. It will be so much of a game changer that it's gonna be like, you know what? He gonna get a job. 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 The more people we got coming forward, Tony Dungy coming forward. Of course, you got Chris Bosh, you got Hugh Jackson, everything else. Some more people. Let's get some more people. Let's get some more people, man. Because that's what we want. Roger Goodell already done came out and said, he spoke what he spoke. Now, yeah, you could say that, just like the whole Jerry Jones situation, but okay, are you going to put some action behind this motherfucker? Because Roger Goodell, let's just call it what it is. Don't nobody want you in there. They're sick of it. They're sick of it, man. They want change. That's what people want. And Brian Flores could be the key to opening up those floodgates. Now you got Roger Goodell talking, and although some people aren't fond of Roger Goodell, people are going to listen to what he has to say. Now, if he gets up there and he says, okay, we're going to make some changes, and change has to come and all this other stuff, okay, yeah, it has to come, but are you going to do that, motherfuckers? Look, you didn't have no problem with uh, putting your foot down, you know what I'm saying, as it pertained to the Colin Kaepernick situation and all this other stuff, and people, in with the Star Spangled Banner and you know, the Pledge of Allegiance and all this other stuff, kneeling. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it? The number one grinder in the building. I'm gonna let you in, brother. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother, Underrated Darkness, in the building, man. Uh, Underrated Darkness, man. Of course, he's gonna come with logic. He's coming with facts, no fiction, right? Then on top of that, uh, look, you go to his channel. He a conglomerate, and that's why I fuck with him. That's why he's amongst the LDBC. We are conglomerates. When you think of Underrated Darkness, man, when you think of the brother James, Nola Boy, when you think of the motherfucker Ticket, when you think of the homies, Too Raw, when you think of all of them, they're conglomerates in their mind. They could talk about everything. We could touch on a lot of things. Even God rest his soul. Even though I didn't know him like that before, from what people told me about R.I.P. Kurt Anderson or Kurt Sugar. What Monty Brown has said, man, he touched on everything. So salute to that number one grinder, real talk. Make sure you go subscribe to his page. You know, uh, underrated man. Link in the chat if you want to come in here, brother. I don't know if you got a lot of things going on here on Sunday, but I'm not gonna stay on and harp on this too long. But look, this what's up with it, Mike? See you in the building, man. Ravens fan. Now you got Sashi Brown working up at her. You know, Sashi Brown, African American. Gonna try to implement some change. See what happens. Got the black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a black coach. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Harbaugh and all this other stuff, but look, black coach, black quarterback, you know what I'm saying? That's like a black coach and a black point guard. Understand what I'm saying? Black executive. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like James Jones and Monty Williams, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into that. Look, plain and simple, man. This is gonna be a game changer. Game changer. Brian Flores. Well, yeah, maybe. I wanted y'all to get to the. Hey, Mike, don't forget, I chose the Ravens. I projected the Ravens to come out of the AFC. Wanted them to. Y'all got to get y'all receiving down. Y'all have got to get the receiving down. Lamar Jackson has been. He's got downfield accuracy, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. They talk about, oh yeah, he can't move in the pocket. He can't do this. He can't. Uh, uh, can't throw. He's not efficient and all this other stuff. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Lamar Jackson was having an MVP like season. Hey, look, I know you want AB, but AB got to get his act together. Yes, he got Marquise Brown there. He's got his ass there, right? Go ahead, go with your cousin. Do I still believe in AB? A small percentage, but I want the motherfucker to succeed. I want him to go there, pipe down, play like he did before he got that contract in fucking Pittsburgh. He already got a ring. He's already proven. He's established records. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Jamar Chase making your ass look bad. He's the one playing in the Super Bowl. He's the one that people are looking at in terms of the receiver position. But y'all don't want to talk about that shit, right? Y'all want to keep on talking about AB. No, they talking about the young gunners. They talking about the young receivers. They talking about the young running backs. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry, Johnny Taylor, all them. New breed coming into the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They trying to usher the motherfuckers in there. AB, get back on that motherfucking field. Get with your cousin, man. Listen to that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Pipe down. Do what you did while you was in Tampa. When you first came in, you was on your best fucking behavior. You was on your best fucking behavior when you came up in that bitch, right? Then you get the contract. Then you got, you see all this money dangling in front of you. Look at OBJ. quiet as a motherfucker, still getting shit done, not making no noise. Model citizen, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I'm on it today. I'm on it today. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this will be a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Mike Flores coming in. He gets hired, right? He gets hired. Put Deshaun at that motherfucking quarterback position. You know, uh, I know Deshaun don't want to be there as far as the Houston Texans organization, but if I'm there, I'm like, look, I'm sitting his ass down. I'm like, look, fuck them motherfuckers. If I'm Brian Flores, we got the whole world is against them. Pretty much, it seemed like whole NFL. A lot of people don't even support him. Even some of the brothers don't even support the nigga. Now that he done came out, oh well, you know, man, I don't want to lose my job. Shit, so a lot of motherfuckers is willing to step out there on faith. Tony Dungy don't have it because you know why? They know who the fuck Tony Dungy is. And when Tony Dungy speak, when it comes to picking the game, picking his brain in terms of football, fuck all that. I'm listening to Tony Dungy. I'm listening to his ass. I'm not listening to anybody else. And everybody else is too. And Tony Dungy, he put it out there yesterday. This can be a game changer. Y'all listen, people are ready for a change. Chris Bosh, he's ready for a change. Hugh Jackson, he ready for a change. Right? Brian Flores, he ready for a change. Although some people don't really feel like that. And people want to sit up here and be like, well, it took Hugh Jackson so long to do this and do that and stuff like that. Nah, Hugh Jackson was a smart man. He was a smart man um, by not, saying anything. And then on top of that, Hugh Jackson, like I told people, he was dealing with something, dealing with listen, when you deal with the death of a loved one, man, if some of y'all have never went through that, you know what I'm saying, then you really wouldn't understand, man. He wasn't thinking about any of that, man, tanking games and all this other stuff. One thing about, anything football related for a time being. The man was focusing on dealing with some other personal stuff, but then also having to manage day to day football activity because when you're doing training camp and stuff like that, you got to be locked in. You got to be focused, and it's hard to do that. When you got a group of men that have testosterone levels shooting up out the roof, right? You got nothing but alphas in there. You know what I'm saying? That really could give a fuck less about that soft shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go out there. They want to be some head busters or whatever. It's hard for you to separate the two. And yeah, motherfuckers can come up there and be like, "Oh yeah, I understand what you're going through." Da da da, da and all this other stuff. Look, no, they don't. That's just an act. That's just an act. You know what I'm saying? So they could go ahead and get on that field and do what's really necessary because all they thinking about, they loving a passion for the game is at a whole nother level during that time, especially when you talk about adrenaline. When that adrenaline is rushing, man, your mentality turns into something else. At least the vast majority of alpha males that are playing at a professional level. And training camp is like the military. You're with those guys. You gotta be focused. You gotta be locked in. It's training camp, it's boot camp. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. You gotta have your mind locked in. If your mind ain't locked in, you could be up out of there. And Hugh Jackson had to be, he had to be in that mindset. But that's, he wasn't thinking about anything else except, his father, the passing of his father, man. But Brian Flores, it could be a game changer, like I said. It can be a game changer for a lot of reasons. If the Texans do this, it could be a game changer for the Texans organization. Because then they'll be like, okay, well, shit, you gave an opportunity for Deshaun Watson to play again. You hire Brian Flores or whatever, because the Texans organization, man, they got the reputation for their front office being fucked up anyways. So go ahead and do it. Why not? You fired a coach after 1 year. You did Bill O'Brien wrong. You know what I'm saying? And everybody looked at Bill O'Brien. Look, I'm not, like I said, I'm not no Bill O'Brien fan or whatever, but the way that they did him was wrong. You had pieces in place to actually win. You ran J.J. Watt to the ground. Get that motherfucker turned around again. That's what I would do. It would be a game changer for not only the Houston Texans. It'd be a game changer for Brian Flores. It'd be a game changer for the NFL. It'd be a game changer. So y'all let me know what you think, man. Leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Be back a little bit later, man. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'll get at you later.